Tanya from My Fork Life making seafood chowder that is super easy to make. First, you're going to grab an onion. Yeah, I kind of made that onion disappear because I took off the outer layer. And then you're going to cut it in half and you are going to mince this onion. This isn't a sweet onion. It's just one of your regular old yellow onions. But yeah, once you cut it in half, you want to, even though you've taken off that other rough, ugly layer, you still want to take off that harder outer layer. Yeah, I peel that off as well until you get to the very smooth part. This is how I mince my onion. Once I've cut it in half, I cut little long ways. Is that what it's called? Yeah, long ways. And then once I've done that, I kind of slice that in half. And then I go back forth and I just chop them until they are as small as I want them. And you're going to do that to your entire onion. You're going to do that to your other half as well. And you're going to set all of those onion pieces aside. Then you're going to grab your celery. And I only do one stalk for this recipe. First, I slice it long ways in half, and then I slice the other ways long ways. I'm having a little trouble cutting celery. My knife skills are so not on point right now, but yeah, you get the idea. Grab that celery and mince that as well, or chop it as small as you can get it. I'm not the best at mincing vegetables, but I think this is a pretty decent size for our chowder. Once you chop that celery, you're going to go ahead and set that aside as well. Then you're going to head over to your stove. I'm using my big old Dutch pot, and you are going to put your butter in the Dutch pot. I've used 1 stick of butter, and I'm going to melt that over medium heat. As you can see, my butter has melted, and I'm going to add my chopped onion to that melted butter, as well as that chopped celery. And I'm going to go ahead and stir that and cook that over that medium heat until it is softened. This actually smells really, really good. I mean, it's butter, onion, and celery. It smells delicious. As you can see, my butter is bubbling. You go ahead and give that another stir. Next, you're going to add your spices. I add a little bit of Old Bay seasoning, dried thyme, dried marrow jam, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. And once you've added your spices, you're going to go ahead and stir those in as well. Don't ask why I'm stirring with the spatula. I don't know. I think sometimes I don't have a good reason. Oh man. All right, so after you've done that, you're going to go ahead and add some flour to that mixture to thicken it up a little bit. Go ahead and give that a stir with your spatula, or you might want to just use a spoon. That looks good already. But we're not done. Next, you're going to add your seafood stock. I've actually made this recipe with stock that I've made from scratch or the store-bought stuff. The store-bought stuff works just fine. Then you're going to get your cream of soups. I usually do not like cooking with cream of anything soups, but you know what? Sometimes they just really work well in a recipe. So there I'm adding cream of potato, and now I'm adding cream of celery. This soup is actually really good for the winter. Well, I've also eaten it in the summer, but it's just really good for those winter days when it's really, really cold. It definitely will keep you warm, and I mean, who doesn't love seafood? All right, so you're going to go ahead and stir in those soups in that stock mixture you already have going on. Once you've done that, you are going to add your milk. Yep, just regular old milk. Just add it on to that mixture. And okay, I got rid of the spatula, and now I have a spoon, and I'm going to go ahead and stir that in. So this is my broth, my flavored broth for the seafood mixture. I just want to make sure it's stirred really well, and I'm going to go ahead and bring that back to a boil. Now, once that broth comes to a boil and it's piping hot, you want to go ahead and add your seafood. As you can see, I'm just adding frozen seafood. That's actually frozen shrimp that's been peeled and deveined already. Now I'm going to add my mussels, and those mussels are in the garlic. I believe it's flavored with garlic. Yes. They're mussels, and they're already flavored with garlic and another spice, and I cannot think of what it is. But you can find it in your local grocery store, and it comes in a pack. I just added all that in frozen. I'm having a little trouble breaking up those mussels, but not too much longer, they start to break up. I feel like I'm stabbing the pot right now. But go ahead and stir in that seafood into that piping hot broth. And make sure the broth covers all of the seafood, because this is how you're going to cook your seafood. Once I've separated those mussels, I go ahead and add a can of lump crab meat. I do not drain it first. I add the crab water as well as the pieces of lump crab meat right to this seafood chowder. And go ahead and mix that in as well. And generally what I do at this point is I wait till it gets back to a boil, but I cook this about 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, really much. And then look at that thickness of that chowder. There is my chowder boiling again. The way I check to see if this is done is I look at that shrimp. As you can see, that shrimp is a nice pink. It's definitely done. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my, although it's a French onion soup bowl, I like to eat soup out of them just because I like to hold the handle. And sometimes I like to eat soup on my couch or on my bed. Don't judge me. All right, and there it is. There it is. There's your seafood chowder. Top it with some chopped parsley. It is delicious. Let's grab a spoon and try it out. There's my spoon. Dip in chowder. There's a piece of shrimp. Yum. I hope you all enjoyed this recipe. If you like this video, don't forget to press the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. I love saying subscribe, but yes, definitely. And the link to this recipe is below. Thanks. Until next time. Bye.